Hello, guys. Welcome to Daily Current Affairs series. Today, we will discuss 19th January current affairs. Myself, Sunny Sandeep. Welcome to our channel, Gear Up for Group 1 exam. Let us discuss the today's important current affairs. The first one, Rakshita, that is Institute of Nuclear Medicine and Allied Sciences, INMAS, Delhi, Delhi-based DRDO laboratory handed over Rakshita. It is a bike based casualty transport emergency vehicle. It is a bike based casualty transport emergency vehicle to Central Reserve Police Force, that is CRPF. Here, why they have invented or why they have developed. Why? Because suppose these CRPF person, they have to travel hill stations and very narrow places. In that places, that big vehicles like lorries or that immunization vehicles cannot go in that place. That's why if suppose anything happen or if anything emergency, that big vehicles cannot go in that way. That's why if this Rakshita, it is a bike based casualty transport emergency vehicle, then we can use this vehicle in that narrow places also. That's why this Rakshita will help particularly in CRPF. It is a bike ambulance will help in overcoming the problems faced by the Indian security forces and emergency healthcare providers. It will provide life saving aid for evacuation of injured patients from low intensity conflict areas. From the low intensity conflict areas, that is Rakshita. Next one, Raj Iyer. Who is he? He is a Indian American. Raj Iyer has taken over as the first Chief Information Officer. He was the first Chief Information Officer of the US Army after the Pentagon created the position in July 2020. One of the highest ranking Indian American civilians in the US Department of Defense, that is Dr. Iyer, serves as the principal advisor to the Secretary of the Army and directs representation of the Secretary in matters relating to information management and information technology. That is about Raj Iyer. He is a Indian American. Next one, Harike Wetland. Right side, you can see the picture. Before going to article, in that picture, we will observe birds. That is, this Harike Wetland is delight for who are who want to see these birds. That's why this Harike Wetland is in use. Harike Wetland, also known as Hariki Patan, with a Harike Lake in the deeper part of it, is the largest wetland in northern India in the border of Taran Sahib district and Firozpur district of Punjab. Here, this is a Harike wetland located in Punjab. The wetland and the lake were formed by the constructing headworks across the Sutlej River in 1950. That's how this Harike wetland is formed. Here, it has been designated as one of the Ramsar sites in India. It was designated as the Ramsar site in 1990. Presently, there are 6 Ramsar sites in Punjab. Total 42 wetlands all over the India. Uttar Pradesh has the more number of Ramsar sites. Punjab has 6 Ramsar sites. That is about Ramsar sites in India. Next one, FAO. Food Price Index. Here, Food and agriculture organizations food price index is a measure of the monthly change in international prices of a basket of food commodities. We know that there are food commodities like vegetables, rice, and wheat. There is a increase in the price of that food commodities. That's why we'll call it as a food price index. There are another indexes also is there, CPI and WPI, like that FPI is there. Here this food price index is consist of average of five commodity price indices. They are cereal, vegetable, dairy, meat, and sugar. Please remember, it is a average of five commodity group price indices. They are cereal, vegetable, dairy, meat, and sugar. Here it is weighted with the average export shares. Why it is in news? Why? Because for the seventh consecutive, these food commodities prices are increasing. It is averaged 107.5 points in December versus 105.2 in November. For the whole of 2020, the benchmark index averaged at 97.9 points, a 3-year high and 3.1 percentage increase from 2019. That's why food price index is important. Next one. As a part of UPSC prelims, today we will discuss 81st question. With reference to the foreign direct investment in India, which one of the following is considered its major characteristics? Check out the statements. It is the investment through capital instruments essentially in a listed company. It is a largely non-debt creating capital flow. It is the investment which involves debt servicing. It is the instrument made by foreign institutional investors in the government securities. Here it is a pretty straightforward question. FDI is a largely non-debt creating capital flow. With this we can conclude our video. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe to our channel. Gear up for Group 1 exam. This is Sunny Sandeep signing out. Take care and bye bye.